Hey guys, welcome to class today. First of all, I want to make sure you've already done the human body check-in quiz in Schoology. So if you go into Schoology and you go into the human body folder, you will see the check-in quiz. So I'm going to have my computer go there now, and you're in the human body folder. I just need to move my screen so you can see it better. So you're in the human body folder and you're going to click on the human body check-in right here. It's a 10-question quiz just to see where you're at. It's not a gotcha. It's not going to go in the grade book to count for your grade. I want you to take it only one time, and I want you to take it without looking at your notes. So if you haven't taken it yet, I'd like you to stop this video and go back and take the quiz and then come back to this and take your notes in your science notebook. The handout is given to you by the substitute, and you're going to take the notes and you're going to fill in the diagram, and then for some extra practice, I'm going to have you listen to a song and fill in the lyrics as you listen to the song, and both of those two handouts are going to go in your science notebook. So let's look at these notes. Just change the screen again. So today our goal is to be able to describe the structure and function of the digestive system. The function of the digestive system is to break down food into small molecules that are absorbed into your bloodstream. So it's going to go from fitting inside your mouth to fitting inside one of your body cells. So your body has a lot of work to do to get it from that piece of pizza into something your cells can use to help your heart beat, help your lungs breathe, help your neurons fire. There are kind of two main parts of the digestive system. There is the accessory organs. The food does not pass through these. They are the tongue, teeth, salivary glands, which is where your spit comes from, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. These liver, gallbladder, pancreas all carry chemicals that help break food down, but they aren't something where the food actually passes through. Then you have the digestive tract, which is where the food does pass through. This includes the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. So the first thing that you have is the mouth. Tongue, teeth, saliva change food into a soft mass. So your tongue and your teeth are part of the digestive system. They have an important job of breaking the food down into smaller, more manageable sized pieces for the chemicals to do the rest of the work. Once the food is turned into the soft mass or bolus, you swallow it and it goes into your esophagus. So remember, yesterday we learned that the esophagus is behind your trachea. So your trachea is this cartilage-lined tube down into your bronchi and into your lungs. And behind the esophagus is behind the trachea is the esophagus. The esophagus is a lot softer. It doesn't have that cartilage lining that makes it rigid. So the trachea kind of protects the esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that moves food to the stomach using peristalsis, which is a type of muscle contraction. It kind of squeeze, release, squeeze, 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 squeeze your food down the tubes. So peristalsis is used in your esophagus, your small intestine, and your large intestine to move that food through. And that is done with a smooth muscle tissue. The smooth muscle tissue is involuntary, so you don't have to think about peristalsis for it to happen. The smooth muscle is in your organs, and it's made out of smooth muscle tissue, and it's involuntary muscle movement, just to kind of connect this back to how the muscular system works. After the esophagus, your food moves into your stomach. Your stomach is a muscular sac that turns food into a thin, watery liquid called chyme. So this happens because there's more mechanical digestion where the muscle is squeezing the food and breaking it down, but there's a lot of chemicals in your stomach like hydrochloric acid, bile, and other chemicals that your liver, pancreas, and gallbladder add into your food to help digest it. After the stomach, it moves into the small intestine. The small intestine is a long tube that functions in chemical digestion and nutrient absorption. So the small intestine's main job is to get all the nutrients out of your food, all the important vitamins, all the energy, all the carbohydrates, the fats, the proteins, the things that your body can use out of the food are going to come out in the small intestine. They get soaked up through something called microvilli. The accessory organs do some with your stomach, but they mostly drop the chemicals they have into your small intestine to help your small intestine break things down. The liver is a large red-brown organ that stores bile, and bile is used to break down fats. Gallbladder also stores bile. So, for example, I have had my gallbladder removed, and it's okay that I don't have my gallbladder anymore because my liver still does the same job as the gallbladder. The pancreas makes digestive enzymes and insulin, which regulates blood sugar. So if you've ever heard of somebody who has diabetes, they have a hard time regulating their blood sugar because they have something called insulin resistance. And so their body doesn't respond to insulin the way it's supposed to. But the pancreas is the organ that plays a role in that. Finally, the food goes through your large intestine where the water is absorbed. So if you didn't have a large intestine or you had to have part of your large intestine removed, you would basically have diarrhea all the time. And it would be really easy to get dehydrated because a lot of your water comes from pulling it out of your food in your large intestine. So I'm just going to make my screen a little bigger and try and make it so my face isn't on the notes right now. Okay, I'll be up here. So the large intestines absorb the water. The food can be in your large intestine as long as 3 days. So what you have coming out in the bathroom today could be what you had for lunch 3 days ago. Kind of crazy, kind of gross. The appendix is the small sac attached to the large intestine that is now known to provide immune support in the body. But again, if you have your appendix removed, your body can still function because it has other things in the body that can compensate or make up for the role of the appendix. The end of the large intestine is where the waste comes out, and this is the rectum and anus, and they control the release of solid waste, which is good that we have some control over it because you wouldn't want that coming out just anywhere. So you got to be thankful for those parts of the digestive system too. So that should be all the notes. If I went too fast, you can always go back and pause, or you can open the slideshow that's in the yellow folder that says Human Body, PowerPoints, and Cornell Notes, and find the one that says Digestive System, and then you will see just the slides that we just talked through right now. After you complete this, you're going to fill in your diagram with the names of all the organs, and then you're going to listen to the SciTunes song called It Takes Guts to kind of help cement all these new words in your brain. Esophagus, chyme, mechanical digestion, chemical digestion, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Got to get comfortable with a lot of new words today. So I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you guys again on Monday.